In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create forms in Canva. So first thing we're going to do is that we're going to go to custom size here, and we're going to change this unit to millimeter. We want to use the width as 210 and the height as 297. This is a standard A4 paper, and we want to use this to create our form. You can actually use this create form in any of the design you're working on, but this design is just to create form. I don't want to add it to any other design I'm working on. So I'm going to click on create new design here. Now our blank design is open in the Canva editor. We're going to go over to elements here and come over to these categories that is here and browse the categories to find what we're looking for. So if you look here, you will see forms, and we're going to select forms. Under forms here, you're going to see that there are different types of forms in the Canva library. You're going to see the business, the education, the events, the feedback, and others. Remember, you can customize this form anyhow you want it, but I want to collect event feedback from the community labs I'm hosting, and I want to start preparing for what I want to collect. So I'm going to go over to see all under events, and I'll select event feedback. You can actually use anyone and customize it how you want it. So once I've selected the form, what I'm going to do is to go back to edit here, and you see here these are the questions in this form currently, and this form here you will see settings. You can change this button here if you want to write a different text here. Because the purpose of creating this form is to collect feedback, I'm going to leave it as is, and you can also change the heading if that's what you want to do, but this form is perfect for what I want to use it for, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Now this is for the settings. I'm going to go back to the questions, and I want to start changing the questions. Remember, from here you can change the type of question you're asking. These are the types of questions you can select. So now I like this question to be on linear scale, which is what is on. So let me quickly paste in my question. I'm asking people to rate 1 to 5 of their experience. If you click here, these three dots, you can make this question required. If you want people, they must answer this question. But since it's a feedback form, you don't want to be adding required question on feedback form. So people can actually fill it out and not abandon the feedback and leave. So I'm not going to make any of these questions required. You can actually duplicate a question box, and you can delete it from here using these three dots. This next question is a yes or no question. So I'm going to click on this change question type to change the question I'm asking. So I'm going to select checkbox because that's what I want to use. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to see the options. I will change these options into what I want it to be. And I will change the second option. By default, it's selected 2 options. And you can add in more options if that is what you want. If you have more options, maybe you want to add maybe, but I'm not going to be using that. I'm just going to click on this and delete this. This question I want to change. I'm asking for the favorite part of this event, so the people who attended it. So this, I don't want it to be to select options. I just want to change the question type. I'm going to select long answer, so if they feel to give me detailed answer, that will be good. I will greatly appreciate that. Now I'm going to start adding more questions. The next question I'm asking is going to also be, I would require a detailed answer if they wish to do that. So let's add in our question. You see, it's adding up to our design here, but our focus should be on this part of your design. So the next one is also going to be a long answer. If they give me short, that would be good, but let me give room for a long answer. I'm asking them, do you have any additional comments or suggestions? I feel these questions are so many. Would they even want to fill out almost 6? It's going to be 6 questions. Hopefully they do. I'll be so glad if they do. So the next question I'm going to be adding is a checkbox. So let me quickly add the question. I'm asking them if they will attend future events hosted by us. Yeah, that's brought up this option. So we're going to type in our options. We are done with our questions. If you look at our design, look at now, we'll take this up. You will see our design is spilled over. So don't worry. You're going to pull these edges like so, and pull these ones like so, and let's pull this in like so, and pull this place like so. You see our question has taken shape. So what if you want to change the color of this? You don't want to use this color that is used. So I will go over to my brand kit here, and I'm going to apply my brand colors. Yes, this is what I want. I will click on the text color and change that to black. You can change the font. So let's change the font into our brand font. So we've applied our brand fonts. Once you're done with your form design, the next thing is to test out your form. Let's click on share. Let's click on public link. So we'll click on create public link. Now we want to rename our public link, and this is our form link. I will copy that. You can create on that link if you want to test how people are filling out this form for. So you name each of the links where you are putting out this form to. You're going to post it on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and you want to know where the people who are filling this form are from. You create as much as these links. You put in the name on the link so that you can identify where these forms are being filled out. Another new feature I like here is that I have the option to allow Canva notify me anytime somebody fills out this form. But I'm not going to turn this on. The notification is going to stress me out. So if you like to see who is filling out your form immediately, it will actually be a good feature to turn on. But I'm going to toggle this off because I don't want this on. I'm always going to come here when I'm ready to see the feedback I've gotten. Let's go test out our form. The person does not need a Canva account to be able to fill out the form, which is a good one. How would you rate your overall experience? You can now see from here that you have to increase your text size because it's looking so tiny when they are filling it out, which we will do when we go back. And you click on fill it out. And once I'm done, I'm going to submit. I've completed this form and I've submitted my feedback. Remember, we said that text font is small, so let's increase it a bit to 30. Take this up like so. This is how you customize your form to look. So now that we have this in place, but fewer question is more easier. But I just want to collect everything I can collect from those people so I can know that I did a great event. Yeah, so this is where you see the responses you've collected with your form. So let's click on response. You see that, so you can see their responses, what they filled out. Now from these three dots, you can link it to a sheet, to a Canva sheet, or you can download it as a CSV. But I'm going to link it to Canva sheets, and it has opened up in Canva sheet. So you can now come in here and see what people are saying, which is totally cool. Let's go back to elements. Remember that you can put this in any design you're working on. Maybe you're working on a presentation. You want people to subscribe to your newsletter. You're putting this presentation on your website. You can put it here and collect their email addresses. You want to collect contact form. You want people to contact you. You can get their names here. You want to get people's feeling while you're teaching them. So there are various types of form you can collect. This is super useful because you can always see your backend data in Canva. Let me know if you'll be trying this. Like this video if you got value from it, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Remember, keep creating till you make it. Do have a good one.